What is going on, guys? This is Dan here and welcome back into the channel and welcome to episode number 9 of Disney Fiasco. I am joined once again by my partner channels, Corey Fiasco and also Mickey's Magic. Guys, episode number 9 we're starting it. It's awesome, right?
Crazy.
It's
insane.
Crazy. It's absolutely
Can't believe it's
crazy.
been 9 weeks.
It's been 9 weeks of just absolute craziness, and we're going to continue it every single week. We've got some great people in the chat already. We have Miguel, we have Zoe, we have Kate Atwood, welcome. We have, who else we have? We got The Live Place. Okay, I've got to give a massive thank you to Dean and to everybody at the Live Place, because they just streamed, tweeting out our YouTube channel. Just thank you so much. It was absolutely awesome for you guys doing that. Who else have we got? We got Human Person. We got Rob. Hey Rob, how's it going, my friend? Angela. Wow, it's a big turnout today, guys. This is absolutely awesome. So welcome, Paula Cole, former cast member. Represent. Yeah, just welcome guys to the channel and welcome to Disney Fiasco episode number 9. This is the show where we talk about our favorite things about Disney and Walt Disney World. And today is pretty awesome because today we're going to look at our favorite animatronics. Animatronics, as we know, is Disney's staple for attractions. It goes all the way back to the days of Walt. But we wanted to highlight our favorite attractions at Walt Disney World. It's going to be so much fun. And we're looking forward to get started. Rob is not cooking tonight, so he's not setting his steak on fire. So yeah, it's going to be really awesome. But before all that, guys, how were your weeks? How was your week this week? Very busy. We'll start with Megan. All good?
Very busy, but awesome week. I just got some pins in the mail today, so you know how that is. And I ordered more, so it's seriously an addiction, but otherwise, awesome week.
Awesome. It's such a good feeling when you get pins in the mail and your face just lights up with delight knowing what you're going to get. And someone who is no stranger to pins is Kingpin Corey from Corey Fiasco. How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I actually had to check my phone for a minute because I thought that I was talking and Megan was talking because she was just taking the words right out of my mouth. Really busy week. And yeah, pins in the mail every day. Sounds about right. Sounds about like my life.
Sounds about right. Zoe says, I didn't get a notification. That's okay, guys. If you didn't get a notification, try repressing the bell button on our channel, on my channel, Disney Town, where we host the Disney Fiasco. And while you're doing that, hop over to Corey Fiasco and Mickey's Magic and hit that subscribe button. But guys, let's get started. So today, animatronics is the staple of Disney. And I don't know about you guys, but I spent a long time trying to figure out what animatronics I wanted to put on my list. And it took me 2 hours to do it. So absolutely crazy. But I'm super excited to sharing our favorite animatronics. Please guys, remember to smash that like button, share out the stream, share it out on Twitter and Instagram. I know Spokesman is live, but try and steal some of his viewers onto me, or watch 2 at the same time. You know, 2 different Disney styles. So, but yeah, thank you for everybody for joining us today. But let's get started. Okay, so as always, ladies first. Megan, why don't you kick us off with your favorite Disney animatronic?
So I didn't spend 2 hours on my list, but I sort of conjured up what I could do in the time that I had. But my number 1 is the shaman from the Navi River Journey in Pandora. And if you guys have been on Navi River Journey, people don't like that ride for some reason, but I love that ride. It's so relaxing, but that animatronic, it looks real. It is real. Like, it is crazy, and I love the music, and I just love how big it is. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's the first time I saw that last year, I literally had my mouth just jaw dropped. And I hadn't been on Flight of Passage yet, and I just thought that the shaman was just so incredible, that his movements are so lifelike. I think the shaman is one of the new animatronics that doesn't use the holographic face. It goes back to the original face structure. which is really, really awesome. The animatronic is just like it's incredible, and I think that ride is, although it's brand new, it does get like it has become underrated, I think, because you take it for granted you're transported back in time, well, transported across the galaxy to Pandora. You're experiencing new environments, and Disney did a great job taking you into this environment. And when you meet the shaman, your mind is blown. It's crazy. The amazing Julia is here. Hey, what's going on? And Anjali is here. Welcome, Anjali. You are a new subscriber. Welcome. So yeah, and Corey, I'm assuming you've been on Na'vi River Journey and seen the shaman.
Okay, so what's up with that ride? Because did they not allow fast passes?
They do.
I believe they do have fast passes.
So every time that I have tried to get a fast pass for that ride, even like 60 days in advance, they've never been available. Like, I've been able to get Flight of Passage, I've been able to get Slinky Dog Dash, Na'vi River Journey for my past 2 trips in March and this last time around has never been available for me.
Okay, that's quite an interesting question. Now, like at Hollywood Studios, the fast passes are done they're done in a tier system, right?
Yes.
So if you booked Flight Passage, you won't be able to get Na'vi River Journey. Okay, thank you, Dean. Take care. Have a really fun barbecue. Very, very jealous. But yeah, I mean, those attractions I think are so rad because they're so new. You have to get them 180 days. No, not 180 days. 60 days in advance. Could you imagine getting a fast pass 180 days in advance? That'd be amazing. But yeah, I think it was one or the other. But that's quite interesting, Corey, that you've never got a fast pass for it. And I would definitely recommend getting a fast pass for it because I think the time that you wait for it, if it goes over maybe like 80 minutes to 90 minutes, I don't feel that it's worth it. But
I would even say like 45, 50 minutes. I would not wait longer than that.
Right.
So that's what I wanted to touch on. So I haven't been on Na'vi River Journey, but I've seen it a lot, enough to have the shaman on my honorable mentions just because of how much went into that shaman.
Yeah.
But so from what I've heard about the ride, prior to going on it, is it seems like people were kind of upset about the queue and waiting in line for it, because I guess like from what I heard, people like, the shaman is absolutely amazing. It's like the best animatronic ever, but like the queue is just like for a new ride, the queue is just like a basic line, basically, right?
Right. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but like you were saying about the fast pass, like being on the same tier as Flight of Passage. Like, I don't know. Last time I looked on this last trip, like specifically because I hadn't done it yet, I was like, I want to get Na'vi River Journey, and it wasn't there. I don't know why. I don't know why it wasn't there.
Right, it's quite weird. Miguel says that the Na'vi shaman, in his opinion, is the greatest animatronic, and I think with the queue, it's quite interesting because I think people kind of overlook the queue. People think it's just a basic queue, you're just weaving in and out. But I think what I try and tell everybody who I go to Disney with is to look up and around. And I don't think people really appreciate, yes, you're in Florida, yes, you're in Disney, but you are transported to this world of Pandora. And if you look at like the rails and you look at the ceiling, everything is very different and very obscure, very alienated. And I think people don't really kind of get it. There's nothing really interactive about the line apart from just looking at it, which I think is a shame. I think they can do a lot more with it. But I think because, people are like, oh, right, it's a 70-minute wait. I think people really just don't, they think of the time and they don't really look about what's going on. I bet you not a lot of people, when they look at the Fast Pass kiosks, where you tap your Magic Band, those are not Mickey Mouse, like, touch screens, touch pads. They're Ace, the company that went to Pandora. I don't think people really notice that. And I think people just really overlook that they are on a different planet. The queue can be something very interesting if they did really pay attention to it. But again, getting that fast pass for it, I think, is worth it. And I think it might be something you have to, you know, just check every single day and try and get it. And actually, it's not quite, you know, you can actually pick them up on the day. You can always check your app, and they do come up. But it's, you know, it is rare. So I get you, Corey. I completely get you.
I have done both Flight of Passage and Navi River Journey. I've gotten 2 fast passes for each ride in one single day.
Right.
So I got 2 Flight of Passage fast passes and 2 Navi River Journey fast passes in the same day. And in my experience, it's so much easier to get Navi River Journey ones than Flight of Passage.
Yeah.
So it's like blowing my mind that you haven't been able to get one, Corey. I'm so sorry.
All right, so when you come down to Disney, you're gonna add me and Haley to your
To my party.
yeah, and you're gonna pick our fast passes for us.
Okay.
Amazing. Miguel says, sorry.
Wait, I want to say that I also got Slinky Dog, guys. So
Awesome.
Miguel says, no permanent signs in Pandora Land. That's intentional. Yeah, you're absolutely right, because, you know, you are meant to be those explorers, and if you go to a new world, you know, you're not going to find signs when you go to a new world, really, are you? So it's quite incredible that the Imagineers go into so much detail. But yeah, it's really, really awesome. We could probably talk about the World of Pandora, Navi River Journey, and Flight of Passage probably for hours. But we're gonna have to move swiftly on. It was on all of our lists. Mine was on one of my many honorable mentions, like Corey's. But the Shaman is something I think everybody should really go and see to experience the new age of animatronics. So yeah, great choice. Corey, what is your first one of the evening?
So my first pick is, it might be kind of weird for a first pick because it's not like super extra above its time or anything like that. Well, maybe I guess you consider back then maybe, but probably still not. But the Pirate's Dog in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Nice.
Specifically the jail cell scene. I have a little mini Disney pin side collection of just Pirate's Dog pins. So I just love that scene. The dog's throughout the whole ride, obviously. And then specifically that end at the jail cell scene where he's holding the keys from all the people inside the prison. I just love that. It's classic. It's a huge throwback. It's the same exact dog that's been there from when I was 8 to now I'm almost 28. And I've seen the same dog there throughout all these years. And it just it really takes me back to all those memories that I've made. Many, many different trips at Disney as a kid, as a young adult. And I just love it for that reason, you know? It's
quite incredible. Now, if you think of animatronics, I think a lot of people's first go-to is Pirates of the Caribbean. That ride is an animatronic showcase. And it's quite... I love the fact you didn't go with an actual pirate. I love the fact you went with an animal and a dog. And like Kay Atwood says in the chat, it's very cute. And I completely agree. And I think what people really make of it is like it's such a recognizable creature, recognizable animatronic, that it even is like one of the favorite characters in the movies. Like it's that running joke in all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies that, you know, the dog has the cell keys for, you know, when Jack gets locked up or Elizabeth gets locked up, and then it's actually the keys for the pirate code. You know, that dog has become, I don't throw this word out too much, it's iconic. It's you know, everybody is, you know, begging to get to those keys that the dog is holding. And yeah, I think it's such an important scene and a great scene in Pirates of the Caribbean. Hey, Nothing But Disney, how's it going? But yeah, that is definitely, I didn't even think of that. I thought Pirates of the Caribbean, but I didn't even think of the dog. So I love that pick. Megan, what did you think of the dog?
Who doesn't love that dog? I mean, it's amazing. That's one of my favorite parts of the whole ride, just to see that end scene. But
right.
even in the movies, like, I love the dog. I love all dogs, so Disney dogs are my favorite.
And I think just pirates in general, I think we all love Pirates of the Caribbean, and we love the fact that the ride inspired the movies, and the movies, you know, inspired the ride. And, you know, that's where, you know, Captain Jack turns up and all these great scenes. And But yeah, the dog is pretty awesome. And if I had another dog, I don't know what the name of that dog is, but I'll probably name it after that dog. Awesome pick. I absolutely love that. Okay, so my pick is... so with my list, I wanted to do something... I wanted to go a little bit out of the box. Very different. Maybe things that don't exist or people might not think are animatronics. So my animatronic, my first pick, is the Yeti from Expedition Everest. So, you know, high in the Himalayas, you have Expedition Everest, where right at the top you encounter the Yeti. And the Yeti was originally the largest animatronic, no, the largest moving animatronic ever to be built. It was 25 feet tall. I made some notes. It opened in 2006, but literally just after it opened, the Yeti kind of it didn't break. The concrete around it started cracking, so that forced the Yeti not to move. Now, what you see today is when you go and see the Yeti, it's like flashing. They call it like the Disco Yeti or B mode. But yeah, the actual arm used to sweep underneath and right above your car, which is really, really awesome. But because of the damage to the concrete structure around it, they couldn't actually, you know, make it move anymore. But hey, D&G Explorers, welcome. But there has been news from D23 that Joe Rohde, you know, the genius behind Disney's Animal Kingdom, do have plans to renovate Expedition Everest and fix the Yeti. Because I think the Yeti is such an awesome animatronic that doesn't get appreciated. Everyone just looks at it and it doesn't really do anything. It just stands there. And having maybe the arm come across you is would be pretty cool. So that was my first pick, the Yeti. What do you guys think? Expedition Everest, is it a must-do? Start with Megan.
Well, Expedition Everest is a hit or miss for me. It depends on the day and how I'm feeling, because sometimes that ride makes me feel like crazy sick, and other times I'm like, I have to do it. Right. But that animatronic is really cool, and I would really want to go on the one in Disneyland because it's like bobsleds, and I haven't gotten to do that, so that's like on my Disney bucket list. So I'm excited to do that one day.
Awesome. Yeah, the Matterhorn. I think Expedition Everest did have a lot of inspiration from the Matterhorn, and you can actually see the whole of the Yeti on that ride. But yeah, Corey, the Yeti, is it a thing that you like to go see?
So yeah, the Yeti is absolutely amazing. But I'm also a big baby, so like same thing like Megan said. Like I gotta be in the mood for certain rides. Like, as much as I absolutely love Alice, like, I will never be in the mood to ride teacups ever, just because of what it does to my head.
Yeah.
So, like, same thing. Like, Expedition Everest, it's an awesome ride, but I got to be in the mood for it, you know?
Right. I see, like you with the teacups, I don't do spinning, but with Expedition Everest, I can ride that all day. It's one of my favorite roller coasters. I think the theming is incredible, and we actually did speak about the ride queue. I think a couple of Disney Fiascos ago, how I love the line. But yeah, the Yeti, I can't wait for it to be put back into A mode or not Disco Yeti and actually have a proper animatronic. But yeah, it'll be absolutely awesome. Cool, Megan, we are back to you.
Okay, so my second pick, I'm going really classic, Abe Lincoln, and I have to pick this out of my love for Walt Disney and my love for his innovation and just the technology that they use, so crazy, and then the fact that that was a part of the World's Fair, and it's an amazing animatronic. We could see the animatronic in One Man's Dream still, sort of that, the technology that they used, but what a great animatronic.
Oh yeah, I I was going. Well, actually, I wanted to put this on the top of my list, but it's legend. The Abraham Lincoln animatronic is legend. It's the animatronic. It's revolutionized entertainment. And you can still see One Man's Dream. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this animatronic is only about like this big. It's tiny, but you watch it in animation. You see it in the One Man's Dream, and you just look at how it's created and how it moves and the diagrams and everything, and it's just yeah. I don't think we would have had, you know, the shaman or the Yeti or whatever else is on our list without that. So yeah, I always go to One Man's Dream just to see Abraham Lincoln. Cargo is here. Hey, what's going on? Auntie Fiasco is here. Corey, Abraham Lincoln, is it something you must go and see at One Man's Dream, or you know, do you have that connection to Walt through Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah, the Abraham Lincoln animatronic is absolutely amazing, and it was gonna make my list. I was debating on putting it on there, and I decided on something else kind of similar, which I'll reveal in the future. But yeah, absolutely amazing animatronic.
Yeah, it's a great animatronic. It's a legend. If you look up animatronic in the dictionary, he will be in there. So yeah, great pick. Love it. Absolutely love it. Corey, is this the one you're going off, or are you diverting us?
I'm diverting you. Not that one yet, but kinda. I mean, kinda. So it's like this one was in the World's Fair too, and is really awesome and relates to Walt.
Oh yeah, I know.
The Carousel of Progress, Dad.
Nice.
The Carousel of Progress,
Nice.
Dad. I mean, that was ahead of its time. You know, I can say that was definitely ahead of its time. And I mean, I love that attraction so much. I mean, we've gone on it sometimes multiple times in a single day. It's just, you get to sit down, which is awesome. Walt had his hands on it, which is even better. And I mean, it's just, and the animatronics and how they did that show is just incredible. Specifically the dad. I mean, it's almost scary how good he is, especially for the time that he was designed in.
Yeah.
Just absolutely amazing animatronic.
It's just amazing. I think Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress is one of the most overlooked, underrated shows ever. You know, it was at the World's Fair. Every single animatronic, although it's not a shaman, it's not a, you know, whatever, we're not going to spoil anything, it just is an amazing show that runs so smoothly. You get to know the characters, you get to know the seasons, and like you said, it has that personal connection to Walt. And Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress is is one of 2 attractions in Magic Kingdom that has Walt Disney's name in front of it. The other one is the Tiki Room, Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, and again the animatronics in there. Hopefully I haven't taken any off your list with that one. Again, the animatronics, it's Walt. That is Walt. So yeah, Carousel of Progress, please go do it. That and the TTA are the must-dos in Tomorrowland for me. So yeah, you can't talk about animatronics without the Carousel of Progress. Megan, what do you think?
Oh, I was going to put this on my list, but I knew that someone was bound to put it on. It is a must-do for me and my mom. Whenever we go to the parks, we sing that song all the time, even if we're not in Disney. It's just, we love that whole sequence, the rotating theater, the fact that it was at the World's Fair and my mom was at the World's Fair, and like, it's just so special. It's such a special attraction. I hope that they never, ever, ever get rid of it. Yeah. And the animatronics in there, it's crazy.
Yeah. And every time the song comes on, I don't care if I'm the only one singing or everyone's singing, I'm going to break out into the song. I don't care if everyone's looking at me, because this song it's Walt Disney and the Sherman Brothers, and then you just see the animatronics singing to it. It's awesome. So Carousel of Progress and the animatronics there is a must-do. Love it.
Super tough trivia question real quick.
Go for it.
I want to see if anybody gets this. on the Carousel of Progress in the very last scene, so like the current day scene, on their cork board, what day of the week does it say that they have an appointment?
Oh, that's interesting. Hey Sherry, what's going on? What day of the week?
Yeah, what day of the week does it say they have an appointment up on? There's a cork board over there by like the trash bin and the refrigerator, and it says appointment, like a time. I don't remember the time, and then it says what day of the week it's supposed to be on.
Wishing Mouse is just going to go through every single day of the week.
Oh yeah, Wishing Mouse got it. It was Wednesday. It's an appointment this time Wednesday. But yeah, I was just like, the last time we saw it, I was like, I'm going to try and notice some stuff that I didn't notice before.
That's what I do in that last scene.
That was one of them.
I just look around every time.
But when we all go down there and we'll all have a cold sarsaparilla together in that ride. Awesome. So, great pick. Love it. My second pick is an attraction that actually was mentioned in the chat earlier. It's sadly an attraction that has just been extinct. But it has probably the animatronic that made me go wow the first time. So we're going to head over to the Great Movie Ride. And we're going to go to the second last scene. And that is the Wizard of Oz scene and the Wicked Witch of the West. Now, I'm not a massive fan of the Wizard of Oz. I'm going to put my hands up. I'm not a massive fan of the Wizard of Oz. I think it's a revolutionary film. It's a great movie. Incredibly well directed, acted, whatever. But it was I never really clicked to it. I love Wicked, the Broadway show. And I really love the Wicked Witch of the West in that particular scene in the Great Movie Ride. So, a little bit of its backstory. Opened in 1989. And it was the first A100 figure. Now, these figures were the new generation of its time. So, like we have the Shaman now, the A100s were the new animatronics at the time. But that actual animatronic was not made by Disney. It was made by like this electronic group called like Sacros. I'm close, something like that. And it has lasted so well and for so long. And I don't know about you guys, but the first time I saw it, I felt like that was a real person. I thought that was a real person on stage as the Wicked Witch of the West. Her motions were so fluid, so relaxed, and really reminded me of the movie. She made that attraction what it was, I think, amongst other parts, but she really brought the life to the Great Movie Ride. I can see a lot of people agree with that in the chat, which is really, really awesome. But yeah, the Wicked Witch of the West blooper reel is definitely my second pick. I'm assuming you guys went on the Great Movie Ride?
Yes.
And what do you think of the Wicked Witch of the West, Megan?
Okay, my mom made me watch The Wizard of Oz so many times as a child, and that animatronic scared me so much. But then when I was more of an adult riding that, it wasn't as bad. Because I also used to be really scared of the part where the live actor would come out, and I'm like, oh my god, why is he taking us? The part that really scared me was Alien. I'm just going all over that ride. But I love that scene so much with The Wizard of Oz. I would hopefully sit in the back so I wasn't close to her, but I was close to the Munchkins. Yeah. But crazy. That was always my favorite scene in the Great Movie Ride.
Now, I don't know about you, but I felt like the Munchkins were more scary than the Xenomorphs in Alien. But that's my opinion. Corey, Great Movie Ride?
Great Movie Ride is probably one of my favorite attractions ever.
Yeah.
So I'm really bummed out that it's gone. I can only hope that the new ride that's replacing it is great. But yeah, that scene is awesome. I'm a huge fan of, like you said, Wicked. I was actually in a children's version of Wicked as a kid, well, I was like 14 when I was in it, but I was in like a Wicked play that was like youngsters.
What part were you?
Fan.
What part were you?
I was just a little munchkin extra walking around.
It was Alphabet.
I thought more Glinda.
The Emerald City.
Nice.
But yeah, absolutely fantastic pick, and she does look real.
Yeah.
The Wish looks very, very, very real.
And I think it makes it. I think actually what Disney did really well is because there was that interaction that you had with the gangster or the Westerner when they invaded your cart. I felt like that made the Wicked Witch of the West even more real because there is live action already in the ride, so it kind of played with your mind a little bit. But that's what I got out of it. Apart from the Wizard of Oz scene, what is your favorite scene from the Great Movie Ride? Let's go with Megan first.
Oh, that's so hard because I love the Wizard of Oz. I really love the Indiana Jones part, and I love the part with Mary Poppins. How could you not love the part with Mary Poppins?
Yeah, nice. Corey?
I like the Mafia shootout.
Yeah.
The back alley Mafia shootout. I think that was awesome.
My favorite scene was 100% the Alien scene. I love the Alien franchise. I'm a big fan of Alien and Aliens. And every time you're like looking around, you see if it's popping out the side or popping from the ceiling. I'm like, this is awesome. I love it. So yeah, that's my favorite scene. But we're getting sidetracked. We're on to number 3 because I'm sure we're going to have a lot of honorable mentions. But we're moving on to number 3. Mickey's Magic. What have you got for number 3?
Okay, so for my third one, I actually picked one in Fantasyland, and it is Ursula from the Little Mermaid ride. And I don't really think of this too much, but that Ursula is crazy. And I love that she's singing Poor Unfortunate Souls, and just the movement of her. She looks so real. Like, if a cartoon came to life, that's what Ursula would be. She's huge. Like, I love going on that ride just to see Ursula.
I think she is one of the best big figure animatronics they've done in the last decade, I would say. Really, really awesome animatronic. Did you guys see the video where Ursula's head fell off?
I didn't see that.
No.
So if you go on TM Vids, you know the show that it's a YouTube channel that they show all like the Disney fails and bloopers and stuff. You can find Ursula with her head like all the way like down, and she's actually still singing, and her lips are moving, but she's got like wires sticking out. It's hysterical. So funny. I would definitely recommend watching that if you want a good laugh. I know a lot of people in the chat have seen that. But in terms of the animatronic itself, it is masterful. And it actually makes you feel like you are the size of Ariel or a merman or mermaid. Merman? Is that a thing? But yeah, the presence of her, you know, she's taking up the whole space of the room, is fantastic. Corey, is that one that made you go wow when you saw it?
Ursula was my number 3.
Oh, awesome!
So it was next on my list. So yeah, it's like just the size of her and how she operates is just so cool.
Yeah,
I thought the same thing. Like when me and Haley saw that for the first time, we just thought it was absolutely amazing. They did such a good job on her. So yeah, right off my list, number 3. So I absolutely agree with you.
We're going to say hi to Road Trip Dave. Welcome into Disney Fiasco. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, again, you know, Ursula, I think, and also, actually, it kind of, if people have never been to Disney World before and they go, and if they love The Little Mermaid, I think they will be so impressed by what they've done, especially with the animatronics in that attraction. And I think Ursula is certainly a fantastic animatronic and well designed, apart from when it had its head chopped off. Because that was taken from your number 3, would you like to do one of your honorable mentions, Corey?
Yeah, so this is what I was kind of hinting at earlier. I have another president on my list.
Nice.
And the other president I have on my list, he's actually accompanied by somebody. And that's in the American Adventure, Ben Franklin and Mark Twain.
Awesome.
So just talking about that attraction, it's an awesome attraction. Very motivational. I feel like very inspiring, very motivational attraction. And they did such a good job on those two animatronics from it specifically. Yeah. Ben Franklin and Mark Twain, they speak to the audience, and they're just so well designed. The way they their emotions and the way they speak for the time that they were created, just really good, really good animatronics.
Wow. Rob Fuzz just points out a really interesting fact that Ben Franklin was never a president, which I didn't even know about. But going back to the American Adventure, the animatronics in there are fantastic. And what is good about those animatronics in particular, they actually use a lot of the ones from the Hall of Presidents and Pirates of the Caribbean in these other attractions, and they change them up every so often. And look, I'm not American, as everybody knows, but when I go and see the American Adventure, I do feel very inspired and very patriotic, even though I'm not American. And it's a great show, a great attraction. Hey, Paging Mr. Morrow, how are you? Now, these guys are down in history. They became my 300th subscriber, so I'm just doing my bow down to you kind of thing. But yeah, I completely Ben Franklin and Mark Twain. What? Dan's not American, human person? Yeah. Ben Franklin and Mark Twain they just really stand out in Epcot, I think. They are great animatronics. They came from Hall of Presidents, and yeah, they're awesome. Mickey's Magic, when was the last time you saw the American Adventure show?
A long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
We try not to do that because it's like a half-hour long, and usually I only want to go in there if it's raining. But I don't know. In the future, sometime in the near future, I will do it again.
I mean, for me, it's not a must-do either. I normally either pick every trip. I either go to Impressions de France, the American Adventure, or the Reflections of China. I choose one of the three, and then I just save the next one for the next time. And I actually think the American Adventure is this time, actually, so I'll be doing that, hopefully. But yeah, love that pick, Corey. Really awesome. For my pick, we are staying in Epcot. And my audio animatronic is actually not in a ride. It's not in a restaurant. It's just right in the open. And that is the Muppet Mobile Labs.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you've never heard of the Muppet Mobile Labs, this is an animatronic that comes out to the middle of the park behind Spaceship Earth, and you can interact with Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker. Now, if you don't know, I'm a massive Muppets fan. I love the Muppets. And when I saw this, it is just amazing. It was part of their living character interactive experiment where you can actually meet characters who are animatronics in the parks. And what it kind of is, it's an interactive show that a cast member remotely controls the animatronic from a remote location and has cameras. And I think it performs 3 times a day. So it's really awesome. The Muppet Mobile Labs is such great fun. And I think what's great about it is it's something that you don't expect. It's not on a park map. It's not, you might find it on the timesheet, but it's not something you really must do. It's something if you walk past it, you might be drawn to it. It's like Streetosphere, like at Hollywood Studios, or it's like the main streets characters. It's something that just hangs around the park, and if you see it, you might be tempted to go and watch it. And I love it. I think it brings that animatronics out of the ride into the environment in which you're walking around. And I think there's a lot of potential in the future for that kind of thing. But yeah, if you love Muppets, or if you like that kind of thing, that interaction, please go check out Muppet Mobile Labs, because Beaker is my favourite Muppet, apart from the Swedish Chef. Have you guys seen Muppet Mobile Labs? Muppet Mobile Lab? Yeah, I got that right.
I have before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just caught it accidentally. Like, I wasn't even looking for it, but it was just like, oh, this is really cool, and I stayed and I watched it.
And it's fun, right? It's
Yeah.
really different to what I think a lot of people really expect.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, it reminds me a lot of... Do you guys remember Push?
What's that?
You don't... Oh, guys, anybody in the chat remember Push from Tomorrowland? Now, okay, so...
Oh, the trash can?
Yeah, so... In Tomorrowland, there used to be a moving, talking trash can called Push, because if you go and look at every trash can in Disney World, on the front it says Push. It gives you push to open it, and you drop your trash in there. And this used to, you know, walk... I knew Zoe would know it. would just go around Tomorrowland and talk to people, and I think that's what they did. They took the concept of that and brought it to Muppet Mobile Labs. And yeah, it's really, really awesome. Corey, Muppet Mobile Labs, have you guys have you seen that?
I have caught that as well, and I wouldn't have even thought of that, but that is a really good pick. Wouldn't have even crossed my mind, but if it did, it probably would have made my list too. That's definitely an awesome and unique choice.
Thanks.
So good one, Dan.
Thanks, bro. Okay, that was our third pick. Now I think we have time maybe to talk about maybe our honorable mentions as well. So let's go for our 4th/5th picks. Just talk about maybe some that you find interesting, or some that you know have on your list, and if you can think of any others, go for it. So let's go back around the circle. Megan, what have you got?
I picked the 7 Dwarves and the Redhead from Pirates, and I just going through the 7 Dwarves Mine Train and seeing them all in the mine, it's unbelievable. Like, it's just breathtaking to me. That's part of the reason why I go on the ride, is just to see all of them in the mine. And then for the Redhead, obviously I love the new Redhead. I love my red hair, but I just love like her disposition now in the ride, and how she's like super sassy, and it's not like we wants the Redhead, or you know, whatever. They're not selling her off. It's just a very strong red-headed woman, so I love red. And yeah, those are my 4th and 5th picks, so I love those animatronics.
Corey, what about those then?
Oh, I absolutely love them. I watched the new Redhead scene for the first time on this last trip. I thought they did a really good job on it. And yeah, just absolutely awesome picks. All of my honorable mentions have actually already been said.
Very nice.
So I got the Pirate Star, the Carousel of Progress Dad, Ursula, American Adventure, and the Shaman. But one other thing I'd like to mention. What was it? I just had it in my head. I'll come back to me, and I'll think of my other one.
I want to just quickly bring up the Redhead again. I think she, now that with her change from we once the Redhead to now the Redhead Pirate, I think she's become even more popular with the people who love the Redheads, as well as the people who don't like the new pirate, because there's so much more now marketing for the people who want the old one back. Because you'll get the t-shirts with like we once the Redheads. Whereas, which is, you know, it's sad because, you know, people don't often like change. But the new animatronic, I haven't seen it yet, but I am so excited to see it because I love seeing new animatronics and new things added to rides. Can I ask, because you both have done it, have you guys both done it now with the new pirate? What do you like? Yeah. What do you like that's different about it? About that scene? What does it change the atmosphere about it? Does it change the story? What kind of thing do you like about the new Redhead?
I mean, I think as a woman, it's a little bit more empowering that you know, she's not being sold off as like keeping it family friendly, but whatever. I also just really like the new look of the animatronic. It makes everything more fresh and new, and I just really love her outfit and the way that she looks. It's like almost perfect to me, and she talks now too. It's amazing. Yeah. I'm
so pumped to see it, and she looks amazing. I mean, I haven't seen it in person, but I'm so excited for it. And Corey, did you like the old one, but now love the new one as well?
Yeah, no, I definitely like both scenes, and my only fear was like it wouldn't like be synced up well, or it might change the atmosphere of the ride and like make it like different from what it was. But I was surprised when it didn't. So like the ride still flows with the new scene, just like it did with the old scene. It just flows perfectly, and both scenes are great. They cleaned up with this one really, really well, I thought. And yeah, I was all around happy with it.
Awesome. And I dig that now there's a really strong feminine pirate in the attraction. I think it's awesome. And also, if you actually look at the ride, even before, there was a really strong like females were, you know, if you look in the burning city scene, you can see the women chasing out the pirates rather than the pirates chasing out the women, which I think Disney did very well. But I think changing the redhead scene was a really good move, and I really dig it. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. So yeah, it's gonna be super exciting. Should I go on to me, or Corey, have you thought of your? Because you said to go back to you.
I got it. Let me just pull it back real quick. I got a problem with like this thing. It doesn't always work appropriately.
Go for it, and then I'll do my 20 honorable mentions after you.
Oh, I got it. Okay, so this would be like my number 6, and it might like not be a favored it might not be a favored pick, but it is Figment.
Yes.
And so a lot of people are like, oh, I hate the new version of Figment. Okay, but let me tell you a little bit of a story. So when I first ever like was told I was going to Disney when I was 8 years old, and I started like look at things about Disney, I got obsessed with this purple dragon named Figment. And that's like what I wanted to do the most, was go on Figment and like get like a Figment doll. Like that's what I wanted to happen. But as soon as I went there, they closed it for renovations like that month.
Yeah. And
then I went back in like the end of like 1999 or like beginning of 2000, and it was still not open. Either like it had just reopened and they closed it down for some reason to fix something, but it wasn't open again.
Yeah.
So I actually had to wait till I was 12 years old. So from the age of 8 to the age of 12, I waited to ride Figment, and then I finally did, and I loved it. I was so happy with it, and then I heard all this like chatter, like, oh, it's not as good as the original. And like I've since like seen the original a bunch of times, but I still love Figment. I think it's an awesome ride. I think it's totally underrated.
Yep.
If you can compare it to the original, because that's what you hold near and dear, like, of course you're probably not gonna like it. But I mean, for me, the current Figment is the original Figment, and I love it. So
nice.
That would be my number 6 and an honorable mention on my list.
Nice. We got Mouse Talk, who just entered the chat. Welcome, guys. And we've got the legend here. R. Johns has joined us as well. Welcome. Figment is very interesting. When I was interviewed by Disney, they asked me what my favorite character was, and I, you know, everybody said things like Belle or Mickey or Goofy or Baymax, and I said Figment. Which I could talk about for ages about Figment, but he's such a great character, and I think he represents that park so well. And if there's anybody who loves Figment more than us, Corey, it's Megan. And yeah, you are the Figment superfan, right?
I love Figment.
With the hats and the pops and the ears and just everything.
Yeah. Awesome. I have all my Figment stuff up. I mean, I don't have any of it on today.
Gotta change it up sometime, but I will certainly be getting a lot of Figment merchandise, and I'm so excited to see my purple dragon in 16 days. Awesome, love it. So with my honourable mentions, I have two. One is Hopper from A Bug's Life. It's tough to be a bug. Now, I know It's Tough to Be a Bug is not everybody's favourite attraction. But if there's one thing I would recommend about It's Tough to Be a Bug, is the animatronic in that attraction. It is also an A100 animatronic, like the Wicked Witch of the West. It's 8 feet tall, and I know it doesn't look like it, but it is 8 feet tall. And it has like 74 functions that moves everything on all of his arms. He's just an incredible animatronic. I wish he had more to do in the actual show, but just he is just great. He really draws your attention, and even like Flick in that ride, you know, you don't see the whole of Flick, but when he comes down from the ceiling, you know, his comparison to Hop is two different animatronics. Like, you know, Flick looks very dated, whereas Hopper still looks brand new from today. So Hopper is certainly on my honourable mention. I can't speak today. My gosh. And my other one is another animatronic that's not in a ride or an attraction. It's in Magic Kingdom in Tomorrowland. Any guesses?
Oh my gosh, Sunny, whatever. What's his name?
Sunny Eclipse. Sunny Eclipse. I know it was in the chat earlier. I think maybe Zoe mentioned it. But I love Sunny Eclipse. I think he is one of the most hidden, underrated animatronics that you will ever see. You don't expect when you go and get food to see an animatronic. Like he has his astro organ. He's a galactic lounge lizard kind of thing. I don't even know what he is, but he is just so fun. I'm always there I sit there for like 20-30 minutes to listen to his whole set, because he has like 12 songs or 8 songs or something like that, and he's just super fun. He's so funny. He talks about his space angels that he serenades with everybody, and it's kind of nice to have while you're having the best chicken nuggets in Disney. I know it took us this long to talk about food, but Sunny Eclipse is definitely on my honourable mentions. There are a couple more that I wanted to put on my honourable mentions, but these are my honourable mentions. So I've got every dinosaur in Dinosaur. I've got Big Al from the Country Bear Jamboree. I have Captain Jack from Pirates. And I also had the Shaman as well. But yeah, I could talk for ages about the animatronics. But if we went through our list just one more time, we have like Buzz Lightyear in the chat. We have lots of different animatronics in the chat. So please, guys, in the chat, just list off some of your favorite animatronics, and we're going to go through our list one more time very quickly before we wrap up. So, Megan, what is your list from top to bottom?
Okay, so my number one was the Shaman from Pandora. My second one was Abraham Lincoln. My third one was Ursula. My fourth one was the Redhead, and the fifth one was Seven Dwarfs.
Nice. And I love the Seven Dwarfs because they use them from Snow White's Scary Adventures.
Yeah.
They're just awesome. Absolutely awesome. Corey?
So my number one was the Pirate's Dog. My number two was the Carousel of Progress Dad. My number three was Ursula. My number four was American Adventure, Ben Franklin and Mark Twain. My number five was the Shaman, even though I haven't seen it in person. And my number 6 special edition was Figment. And Cosmic Ray's best chicken nuggets in Disney?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
No
I'm calling it right now.
No way.
Right now. It's so good.
I was gonna say, like, I would go to Cosmic Rays to see Sunny, and then like leave without eating and go somewhere else.
I just love the crispiness of the nuggets, the juiciness of the chicken, and they have the toppings bar that is just heavenly. You can load your chicken nuggets with. Okay, we're getting sidetracked. We're getting completely sidetracked.
This is what you do, guys. This is what you do. You go to Cosmic Rays to see Sunny, and then you leave without getting any food, and you go to Columbia Harbor House.
Though
That's
if you,
how it's done.
yeah, but Columbia Humber House has got really great seafood. But if you don't like seafood, then you
No,
know.
they got other stuff too. They got other stuff besides seafood. I've never had anything other than seafood, but I know they have other stuff.
Well, I'll definitely have to check that out. But I think we could just talk about a whole day about chicken nuggets and where to eat. I think we might have to do that next time. And my list went like this. It was the Yeti from Expedition Everest, the extinct Wicked Witch of the West from the Great Movie Ride, Muppet Mobile Labs, Sunny Eclipse, Hopper from It's Tough to Be a Bug, and then some other honorable mentions like All the Dinosaurs, Big Al from the Country Bear Jamboree, and the Shaman. Guys, wow, episode 9. Alex Fisher, welcome! Welcome into the stream. That was episode 9 is in the books. Now, next week, episode number 10. I can't believe it, guys. Episode number 10. Hey, Samantha Paxton, what is going on? If you guys didn't know, every month we do a special Disney Fact or Fiction show, and it's normally the third Saturday of every month, and that is next week. So next week we're going to be doing a Disney Fact or Fiction. So I'm going to do all my homework, so this gives us maybe Disney facts about things that you may not even heard of before. So if you guys have any questions about fact or fiction, just shoot them over our way, and maybe we can throw in some questions as well. Angela, do the cars count as animatronics? Lightning, Maida, Red, DJ. Are we talking about the cars from California Adventure? So I think we're only talking about the Disney World ones, but maybe we'll do a Disneyland as well at some point. Also, guys, please check out our partner channels, which is us three right here, us three goofballs right here, Corey, Fiasco, Mickey's Magic. Please go and check out their channels. Please go subscribe, show them some love. They are killing it on their channels. Anything you guys want to plug before we head out today, guys? Megan, anything you want to throw out?
I am coming out with a video soon. I unboxed 5 Toy Story Land mystery pin boxes, and I have 2 more coming in the mail. So I'm trying to complete my set. If you guys are interested in Disney pins, I will have that video up really soon.
Awesome. And you can find Mickey's Magic on Twitter and on Instagram at Mickey's Magic. Absolutely awesome. And Corey, killing it.
Megan, I'm really looking forward to that video. Did you get doubles?
You'll have to wait and see.
all right. I'm gonna have to watch that because there's only a few that I'm missing. So if you get any doubles that I need, I'm gonna be hitting you up for trades.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. I feel like a lot of people in the chat probably already saw it, but I did a vlog where I met like a ton of people. I met Wishing Mouse. I met a Disney Life for Me. I met Morty from Theme Park Brews, and that vlog was a ton of fun to make. And Haley literally spent like 6 hours editing it.
Wow.
So if you haven't seen it, go check it out on my channel when you get the time.
Yeah, that vlog was amazing. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see some of you guys out there too in 16 days. You can go and find Corey on Instagram at PinFiasco. He is the king of pins, and Megan is certainly the queen of pins. Absolutely awesome. Please, guys, go check out their channels. For me, you can follow me, Disney Dan, on Twitter and on Instagram. I literally just came out with a video about my Disney Avengers. So if you ever thought of what Disney characters would make our Avengers, please go check it out. It's super fun. I took a lot of time editing it. I've got a lot of clips in there. If you think Edna Mode would be a great Iron Man, just go watch it. It's great. And then I've also got a video coming out, I believe, on Monday, which is all about our overlooked attractions at Walt Disney World. Hey, 80s Ma, what's going on? Wait, then what does that make Disney Dan then? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Here's Dan, watch it. Awesome. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. And I've got 16 days till I go to Disney. So I'll be having a lot of live streams, a lot of vlogs coming up really soon as well. Guys, episode 9 is in the books. Woohoo! And we are on our way to our 10th video anniversary. 10 weeks of Disney Fiasco. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and just share out the video. You guys are absolutely awesome. Yeah, thank you guys so much. As I always say, guys, live your life with a smile each and every day, guys, and I'll see you guys real soon. Have a great night, guys. Bye.
Thanks for stopping by.